Hello guys, it's Every Good Name is Taken here and welcome to another video. Today I have a tank review for you, and as you can see it is about the T49. As you probably know from the last tank review, I want to compare the tanks to their counterparts, but since the T49 doesn't really has any counterpart, at least on tier 8, I was thinking, why don't you compare the T49, the gun stats with the KV2 and the mobility and the rest with the M41 Bulldog? The reasoning behind this is that many people say that the T49 is a mix just out of those two tanks. So let's get to the comparison. The T49 has, with calibrated shells, a heat penetration of 167 millimeters, and with HE just 83. The KV2, also with calibrated shells, has with its standard AP rounds 160 millimeters of penetration, with the premium AP 143 and with HE 95. The alpha damage on the heat for the T49 is just 560 and with HE 780. For the KV2 the alpha damage is 640 with premium 545 and with HE a whopping 960. So as you already can see, the HE on the KV2 is much more reliable in terms of penetration and alpha damage. The aim time on the T49 is way better though, with 2.63 seconds compared to the KV2's 3.62 seconds. The reload time on the T49 with calibrated shells, as I'm using it, is 16.3 seconds, and on the KV2 21.7 seconds. The dispersion on the T49 is also better, with 0.45 compared to the KV2's 0.454. The gun depression on the T49 is a very good 10 degrees, and the gun elevation is 20 degrees. The KV2 on the other hand only has 7 degrees of gun depression and 12. And now, after the gun stats, let's get to the rest of the tank's specs. The T49 has a top speed of 72 and a reverse speed of maximum of 24 km per hour. The M41 Bulldog, which I'm going to compare T49 to now, has the same stats. The horsepower per ton on the T49 is 27.21 compared to the Bulldog's 26.16. The traverse on the T49 is just 44 degrees per second, but the ones of the Bulldog with his 56 degrees per second is much better. The view range on both tanks is the same, being 264 meters. The hull armor of the T49 is 25 in the front, 25 in the side and 19 in the rear. The turret armor is 38 in the front, 16 in the sides and also 16 in the rear. For the M41 Bulldog it has in the hull armor in the fronts and sides 25 and in the rear of the turret 19. The turret armor is all around just 20. And now with the comparison of the T49 to both tanks done, let's get to the 3 games I want to talk with you about today. As you can see, in the first game I had quite a lucky game, 7 kills, didn't do the most damage, wasn't an ace either of course. And now let's get to this game. Yes, you might wonder, why am I on this position? I just choose this position for the start since you have a good overview and the enemy had 2 T49s and that's what I expected, so I shot one of them with HE and immediately as I got spotted I dropped down from that position. So my thinking now, as I'm already known where I was, I just wanted to flank around completely. But what do I mean with that? My thought behind this was, I just wanted to go to the where at least in supremacy is A, and from there go to the enemy spawn to see if I can find the Yak Panther maybe. So that is just what I'm going to do. And this is a good example on the speed of the T49. It accelerates fairly quickly to its top speed limit. But let's see what is there. It is the Yak Panther that I was searching for. So here you can see the aim time, and I take a blind shot. Did it hit? It definitely hit, and we set the Yak Panther on fire and leave him just on a marginal amount of hit points, which means with HE I can just splash him to death with anywhere I hit his tank. But as you can see, the team's not doing too well. 0-2 is the score already, 0-3 now. So I'm going to try and get that Yak Panther as soon as possible. There he is. I have no time to aim though, so I just snap and hit my target. This is something I can highly tell you, that if you don't have the time to aim, just snap in your shots with HE and you're pretty likely to hit your shots most of the time. Now we're just going to swap to heat and shoot those tanks in the side while they are focusing on the rest of the team. Because it's now already 1-4, we have to lower the numbers. There's a 047. I again snapped with heat and was lucky that my shell flew through and hit his target. But now it's just a 2 versus 4 situation. T49 missed me and I basically snap another shot. This was a pretty lucky game, I have to be honest. But you have to have luck in this tank. But now it's a 3 versus 1. I can see that tiger. I was aiming with heat because I thought HE wouldn't be enough. But I took too much aiming. I should have tried to snap him with heat, and I missed my opportunity. Now there he is again. I'm going for HE with what I should have done basically way earlier to make him a very clear one shot. And now I'm just trying to run away because they all 3 knew or know where I am now, and so I want to get as much distance as possible, but not before clearing that tiger with another very lucky snapshot. And you might have noticed the T49 tried to hit me and actually just splashed near me with his HE, which you can see that he hit my tracks, or at least made them yellow. And now there's already the IS-6, but he shouldn't have spotted me, so I'm fairly confident in going up this hill, trying to see if I can spot him again and maybe put 1 or 2 shots into him. I don't know why he fired there or whatever. So as you can see, I've loaded heat. I'm just waiting for his flash side to penetrate to give me the best chance of getting out of this game with a win. And as he turns his tank completely to the side, I shoot and penetrate him. But now as I'm going forward, you can see there's a T49. The I6 is doing I don't know what, so we just finish him with heat into the wreck. I put my adrenaline on, also switched to HE, and I shot before the T49 to finish this battle with 6 kills in a 1 versus 3 situation. So to the post game stats, I just did 4k damage, not an ace either like the first game, but 6 kills, a carbine off, a tank sniper, which was probably because of my lucky shots, shot 11 times, hit 11 and also penetrated 11 of course. And now let's get to the next game, which is, surprise surprise, also on Canal. But this time I was playing with Geo, who just some days ago joined my clan. So yeah, he is a very good player, as you can tell from that. So we both choose the T49 because it was quite late in the evening and we just wanted to have a bit of fun. And this is exactly what we had. So there's a bulldog. I just shoot him with HE, just track him but set him on fire and do at least 400 damage. But there's also already the enemy T49. But since he's ignoring me, which he shouldn't have done, I'm just going full ham, shoot him with HE, and also rammed into him, which probably was useless and just a waste of my HP, but as I said, we wanted to have fun, and we achieved our goal with that. So I'm trying to aim for the upper part of the Carnarvon's armor because the side of that tank is pretty weak, so there was a chance to penetrate it with HE, but I was not lucky enough, so this didn't happen. But I just put adrenaline in and now watch this shot. 1000 with a fire. That is the potential that you can do with a T49 if you aim correctly and always choose the right ammo type. Now I can see this T42. I was looking for HE, swapped to heat because HE was no chance to pen that side, and I was pretty lucky that I penetrated him with that shot. Now in this situation you might wonder, why didn't my platoon mid shot? Our reasoning: he wanted me to shoot the ass of that tank, which I did, but I unfortunately didn't penetrate it, so he had to clear him. But there's already our next enemy, the ISU. But what are you going to do against that tank? If he shoots HE, he can do massive damage against us. And this is basically what he does because of my foolish mistake of staying out in the open for too much. And now Gio's going for him, and yes, that was quite unfortunate, so I have to take revenge and finish him off. Now there's just this IS-5 left. I don't want to push over those since he knows I'm here. I just want to safely reload my shot. And since he's ignoring me and he just shot, I have HE loaded, and watch this. I shot the engine bay of the IS-5, which has a very weak armor, and because of that I was able to do a massive amount of damage with that HE penetration. And since he just shot again, I'm just rushing down, snapping him with HE, and finish this battle off. So you can see the potential of the T49, which is a lot. So we finished this game on an ace, 5.2k damage, just yeah. My platoon mate didn't do as much, but this is probably the reason because I stole most of his damage. As you can see, Carnarvon 1.3k with 2 shots, and this is just massive in my opinion. So the shots I penetrate with this tank sometimes, it is just so fun to play. Really, I can just say to everyone, get this tank, it is very fun. I'm just, as you can see, credits, yeah, it is quite expensive. The reason behind this is that THE on this tank is actually the premium round of the T49, meaning that heat is the standard ammo, so it costs less. So you can say it's a mini Death Star on tier 8. So you shoot more HE, or in the Death Star hash, to do more damage. And now we are in a game on Naval Frontier. I played this game in a rating. And there's a Yak Panther. I shoot his side with HE and actually penetrated. It was quite lucky because he was going quite fast in that moment, so actually hitting that shot was not an easy task. But now, since the enemy know where I am, I'm just trying to reposition. But then I see this T49 and repositioning is not the best idea anymore, because if he shoots me, he could do also around 800 to 900 damage to me. So I'm just staying safe, or playing it safe, and giving it back to him with a penetration. So there's the next contender, T49. I just put auto aim on, have HE loaded, and give him a penetration. Actually, you can ask me, but I have no idea how that shot penetrated, so it's probably I hit a spot where the armor is pretty weak. At least that is what I'm thinking. And 112, I load heat, aim for between the tracks, and I get another penetration. So what I can tell you, if you see an IS-3, an IS-5, or everything that is comparable to that, load heat and aim between the tracks, you are fairly likely to penetrate and do 500 to 600 damage, and that can be still pretty annoying to the enemy team if they don't know how you penetrated them. Now, IS-5, I'm trying to do the same thing as I did before. HE onto the engine bay and do 1k damage to him and kill him with a fire. So it's just the ISU left. I'm again HE trying to go for his side, or at least the rear, because that's the part I can penetrate. He shoots me once, but I don't really care, because I still had a lot of HP left. Was quite unlucky to do just 300 because I shot a little bit too late, and so the team will finish him off. But as you saw, all of my shots actually penetrated except the last one, so both with heat and HE, which shows you that you just have to aim carefully or get some luck like on the T49, and you can do whopping amounts of damage like in this game. Again, nearly. And this was basically it for today's tank review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment to let me know if there's something I still could improve. And see you in the next video.